Welcome to the onboarding for merchant processing. When you open GutterApp and you sign up for merchant processing, which will allow you to accept payments from your customers through GutterApp, you're going to sign up for a merchant account. This is the screen that pops up. This is the welcome screen that first goes over the features and benefits of using payments with GutterApp or GutterApp Pay. So we'll review some of the features here. The first feature we have here is zero-cost processing, 4% per transaction billed to your customer. So the way that this works is when you have a $100 transaction, the customer gets charged $104 and you get deposited $100 into your bank account. That $4 that the customer paid covers all of your processing costs. That's the best program out there right now. This will save you a ton of money. Level 1 PCI security. The second bullet point here is the highest level of security when it comes to transacting customer data, whether that's their name or billing info or their card information, CVV expiration. It's the highest level of security. There is monthly testing called penetration testing to make sure that the system can't be broken in any way. The portal access for returns, voids, and refunds is a website that you can go to and log into, and you'll be asked to set up a username and password. When you set up this merchant account, and that is for your returns, voids, refunds, you can view all of your transactions. You can break it down by day. You can export it to QuickBooks if you want. If you do more reconciliation or analysis, Daily Deposit Report is an email that you'll get on a daily basis, showing all of the deposits that you received. We have the GutterApp App Payments team and we have the Click Payments team. Click is the company that's doing the processing. Pay is your first point of contact with any payments questions. So when we are starting the application, one of the most important things to have quick approval is that we have these documents ready. So before you start the application, if you can have these documents ready, it would make everything go much smoother and approvals go much quicker. Valid driver's license for all owners, over 25%. Prepare a voided check. 3 months of your most recent bank statements that will have your DBA and account number that ties with your business. That allows the bank to have a quick underwriting process. Have ready 3 months of your most recent merchant statements or transaction statements. Sending transaction reports or transaction statements is perfectly fine. If you are using a different processor, that does give you merchant statements. 3 months are required again. $20 monthly maintenance fee. This wraps up all of these kind of transaction fee costs into one price that we've put here just at $20 for you, which is really great pricing. If you have all these documents ready and you're ready to start the application, we'll next take a look at the application once that is completed and the documents are uploaded. We should expect a 48-hour approval process. So let's go ahead and start. So when you hit start, this is the first menu that you're brought to, and there's about 6 different pages that you need to fill out. These will be simple business questions. Let's go ahead and fill it out and show you how fast it is. I will enter Max Gutters. The descriptor is what your customer would see on their bank account. Enter your website. In this case, let's call it maxsgutter.com. Enter legal business name, your company name with LLC, add your federal tax ID. In this case, I will just make one up for demo purposes. Here I will enter. I've been in business 12 years, one location. Then enter your customer service number, primary contact name, enter it in, then enter in your work number. No bankruptcy. Was your previous processor Square? Is it terminated? If no, select no. For services, enter gutter installation and cleaning. Going to hit next. It saves. Anytime you need to come back to the application, there's a link right here that you can just copy, and when you come back, all you have to do is put in your business EIN or tax ID and you'll come right back to the app where you left off, credit card processing profile. So my average ticket, this might be different than average price for an entire job, and a ticket is specifically how much they pay at once. So you might do a $1,000 job, but you might take a $500 deposit, and so the ticket would be $500 because that is the individual transaction. So for an individual transaction, I average $500 my maximum ticket. Let's see, earlier this year I did a $12,000 job and they paid it all up front. So I'll put $12,000 there. My total monthly volume. Keep in mind, this is just for Visa, MasterCard, and Discover. There's a separate section down here for Amex. So my monthly volume on Visa, MasterCard, Discover is $35,000. For Amex, I actually have the same ticket size, $500, same max ticket, but my volume on Amex is actually only $10,000. The monthly volume should be higher than the maximum ticket in mostly every case, delivery time frame to the customer. So we do it up to 30 days. So we might take a job on the beginning of the month but not execute it and get paid until end of the month. A refund policy is there. Refunds are available for any reason within 3 business days of signing a contract. Okay, that's my return. Ownership information. Let's go over here. President. Let's put in a test driver's license number for demo purposes. Then enter social, enter your Gmail, enter your cell, and click Next. At any time during this process, you have any questions, there's a little help bar at the top. Right, you can see this question mark up here. If you want to call or send support an email with a question about the application, you can do that at any time. How much of a percentage do I own of the business? I have 100% ownership, so I hit Next. This is where you're going to put in the bank account information where you want your funds to be deposited. So we're going to go with the test one for demo purposes. This is where you're going to put in the bank account information where you want your funds to be deposited. So we're going to go with a fake one for demo purposes. Then enter your account number again to confirm under fees and chargebacks. You can see a really cool feature if you want that $20 a month be pulled from one bank account, but your money deposited into a different one. Then you could go here and select yes and take the fees out from a separate bank account. So it's that $20 a month fee. There are some incidental fees that if they happen per occurrence. So for now, I'm going to click no. Now we're up to the pricing summary. Here's a brief summary of how the cash discount pricing works. This is a regulated program, so you're required to communicate to your customer properly that if they pay on credit card, there's an additional 4%, or you could communicate. Currently in the contracts within GutterApp, the additional fees are all per occurrence fees, meaning you're only hit with them if they happen. If a customer issues a chargeback, there's something called dispute resolution, which has to do with chargebacks, retrieving that information. These are all incidental and most of the time they don't happen. The only hard fees are that $20 a month fee and $29.95 for PCI non-compliance. So after filling out this app, you'll get a form to fill out, basically saying how you take your credit cards. Once you fill that out, that $29.95 a month will vanish, and it's just that $20 a month. So you would hit next, and here's where you would upload all of your files. I would recommend emailing them to yourself from your computer over to your phone, having them in your phone and then clicking browse. You can screenshot all of the pages. You could save it as a PDF. You can choose from one of your files if you have a cloud system that shares your information between your computer and your phone. You can just browse your files and it would pull it from your computer. So we have a section for bank statements, and if you check this box, I don't have this on hand. I will send this later. It will definitely delay the process. I know it says it may delay it. It definitely will delay it. You're going to be required to send them at some point. So what will happen is the application will go into what's called a pending state, and that means that they've received it, but they haven't started underwriting because the documents have been provided. So if you need to take 5 or 10 minutes and come back to the application and go get those documents, I would recommend doing that. So you can go in and submit a bank letter 3 months prior. Processing statements, driver's license, and now this is an interesting one called fictitious business statement. We didn't mention it at the very beginning, and that's because it's not required for every single person, but because my business name was Max's Gutters, and the legal name was Max's Services. And there's a difference in those two names. You need to provide the fictitious business statement, which is usually a filing for your LLC. You can Google a fictitious business statement. It gives you a couple examples. So I'm going to just go ahead and hit next. The next thing that you get is the signing process. You tap on the link. It brings you over to the signature, which we don't have because this is a test version. It basically asks you to sign the application. You sign it. You hit Submit. As long as all the application documents are uploaded, it will be sent straight to underwriting for the 24 to 48-hour approval process. And that is GutterApp in a nutshell.